My educational background is in architecture, landscape architecture, and ecology. And somewhat like Caleb, I've been a proponent of this for more than 30 years. It's unfortunate that it's just now coming to the forefront of most people's thinking. Net metering, as far as the state of Mississippi is concerned, is not just going to be something nice to have in the future, but it's going to be absolutely vital to our economy, for the increase in jobs, for production, from an economic standpoint, especially for our utility companies. Net metering is not something that should be viewed in terms of the utilities as a negative, but should be a positive. And the reason for that is, if a homeowner is producing some of his own power, or even excess power, utilities can take advantage of that. But this is a great thing for them. One thing we have to recognize in changing times, and we're certainly in changing times, no one had to outlaw the horse and buggy. You can still use them, but they're certainly not the most efficient mode of transportation these days. And we didn't have to have laws that said you can't do it. Net metering is going to be a much more efficient way of power production, not only for the homeowner, but also for the utility. One of the things we have to recognize is that we're going to have to get away from vertical energy and make a transition to horizontal energy. Vertical energy is non-renewable energy, and our dependence on foreign oil, on other activities that are not renewable, is primarily vertical. We need to convert to horizontal energy. That is, the production of energy which is renewable and is not caustic in our environment. For example, all of the things that Caleb mentioned earlier, biofuels, solar, wind, geothermal, and there's an array of several others that are benign to the environment. And in a lot of cases, they are somewhat cost effective. They could be so much more cost effective if we had net metering. One thing we've got, most people don't look at it this way, but it's absolutely true. The largest power plant, nuclear power plant, in existence today has been in existence for around 4 billion years. It's our sun. And nobody even had to file an environmental impact statement. Why don't we start taking advantage of the largest nuclear power plant ever made? The energy is free. All we've got to do is convert it. If you use solar, I've got it on my house, got a wind turbine, got a flat plate water collector that provides all hot water. I can tell you about solar really easy. It degrades, the degradation of solar is going to be about 1% every 20 years. Your car sure can't do that. Neither can the shingles on your roof. It degrades 1% every 20 years. That means 40 years from now, it's only going to diminish its capacity to produce energy by 2%. You can't beat that. The other thing is, solar energy doesn't have any moving parts. It just lays there and is so happy to cook. It just lays there in the sun, you know, like getting a suntan. It loves it, and nothing moves. And you just produce kilowatt after kilowatt after kilowatt. And I can't say enough about what we really need to be doing what we really need to be concerned about. Every individual homeowner should be able to partner up with utility companies. And it would be for the benefit of both. It's a win-win situation that we're looking at. Also, the energy that's produced from your solar system is the cleanest energy available on the market. It will produce a pure sine wave. That's what most of the people are after in Silicon Valley. That's what a lot of the people are after in our major hospitals and research universities. They need pure energy. What you produce in your home is an absolutely pure sine wave. There are no bumps, there are no bubbles. Fantastic way to produce energy that we consume. I think one thing that would really bring this back into perspective, we talk about all kinds of things, about jobs, about security down the road, about saving money, about the cost of gasoline. I think that we wind up with one question that really brings this home to all of us. That is, what is the one thing that we absolutely cannot live without and maintain our standard of living? It's energy. It's energy for automobiles, it's energy for our homes. That's the one thing. It's not social programs and building another bridge somewhere. I'm sorry, we can take a different route. It may take us 5 minutes longer. But we absolutely cannot live without energy production and maintain the standard of living we have today. Net metering is a way to do it. It's one way to move forward. It's one way that we do not have to ban the horse and buggy. And I'm a tremendous proponent of net metering, of what all the other speakers have had to say already. Thanks for your time.